go to Schroeder. 4 through 6, ELA Math, Science, and Social Studies will go to Dater West High. PE, TAF, STEM, Elementary, Pre-K, Special Needs, Autism, all that OT, PT will go to Aiken. The Music and Visual Arts will go to Taft High School. Is there any questions? Did I leave anybody out? So that's where you would go. Also, you know where you're going, right?
West.
Yes. So again, that email is from Anna Hutchinson, so you can look that up and get an idea for what's needed. If you have not registered, go ahead on and register. The course codes are there for Mayerson and for Schoology as well. Okay, we have a lot of stuff. We don't want to overwhelm you, but I know it is information overload. But if you would just look in your Evanston Academy Staff Handbook, turn the page, you got that first page, and you'll have an opening day readiness checklist for your classroom. If you go down all those bullet points and make sure that everything there is done, you're set to go. Your team leader or myself will come around and check you off. I'll go through the classroom with you and make sure everything is there. Real important, crayons to computer schedule is in here somewhere. I went yesterday, that wasn't really our day, but they let me go. She told me not to tell, but it's Miss Troth's fault because she went the day before and came back and told me. So we do have some supplies that generally come in. Miss Mana gets them out to us. We have some notebooks that Miss Dunn has. What else we have?
Pencils.
Some notebooks and things, pencils and notebooks and so forth. So those kinds of needs before you run off. I saw composition notebooks. We need those. We have those before you go off and purchase. Please check with Ms. Dunn and see what's available, and we'll try to get those things out to you. Also, I have a lot of stuff I ordered at the end of the school year for school-wide for some teachers, so we'll be trying to get those items out to you, some of the things that you asked for in your wish list, some of the things. We did get, as far as online, web-based programs, we did renew our AR, we did get the upgraded version of Reading A to Z. We're gonna try to revamp, do the 10 marks. We tried 10 marks, it kind of kicked us back, but she is reordering now. Okay, so we will have 10 marks up and running for you. And those are the things you asked for, along with a ton of books. So you have a lot of materials and resources available to you, okay? So go through that checklist, make sure everything's go and you're up and ready for children. Keep your lesson plans current. I already informed Ms. McDowell that she will be walking through periodically. She'll be visiting classrooms, of course, and the lesson plans need to be visible in a place, identifiable for her so that she won't have to disturb you in what you're doing. She can go over and look and keep it going, okay? First thing I want, yes?
Is AR accelerated reader?
Yes.
Is it possible that we can get in on that, or is it
Yes.
a set number?
I'll register all the children. I'll get class lists from Miss Dunn, everybody, and I'll get all the folks registered.
Okay. Is it possible to use that like a whole group style, or does it have to be like if we read a book as a whole group to put it on our board, or that's like?
You can pull it up under a child's name.
Okay.
And go through
Okay.
that, and then you can delete it if you want to.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes. Thing we want to impress upon you most, especially our new people, but even those returning, if you don't know something, ask. Our whole focus here is that we are all successful. We help each other. This is a family-oriented, team-based school, and if you don't know, just ask. The protocol is, see your team leader, you can see me. Do not go run into Miss Hill Simmons or Miss McDowell first off, because they have a whole lot of other things. They'll see me, or one of the team leaders if it gets to be one of those kind of things we can't work out. But generally, between the team leaders and myself, we can work out most situations, okay? We can get your needs met for the most part. We have very, very, very few, I will say rare issues with even grievances. Mr. Williams got easy money over here being a union rep, because we hardly use him. And that's how we do here at Evanston. We problem solve in-house. And almost always, we can resolve whatever issues in-house.
$40 for the year?
And it generally just takes communication, okay? So we're all about helping one another. We do not, what's unique about us and what many people when they come to visit our school will say is that the climate is different. The reason why is because we don't have cliques. We don't sit there and you know what you did and I don't like how come, and we don't do that. Here's a situation, how do we work it out? And we come together and we brainstorm solutions. That's what we do. That's what we do. We don't sit around and whine and bellyache. And I don't want anybody, we don't want anybody to feel like, you know, I have a big problem, I'm overwhelmed, well, nobody will help me. Let us know what the problem is, the situation is. It can be, there is a solution.
Right.
There is a solution, and we can help. So don't be out there suffering alone.
Suffering silent.
We can all cry out together, but we will get the resolve, and we'll help you. We'll work through it, okay? So don't do that. That makes us very sad. I know sometimes, you know, with high functioning teams and individuals, we have a tendency to hit the floor running and everybody's off doing whatever they're doing. But we don't want to run you over. Go back, help the wounded, and keep it pushing because our children deserve the best. What's unique about Evanston is that they don't need you in the suburban area. They really don't.
We need you here.
The average teacher can be there. Because you know what? They got parents like you who support, who's going to get that learning happening one way or the other. Your children already knew stuff when they went to school. They already did. And if they didn't, you found ways to connect them up. So they got the average teachers there, where they need them there. They need you here, the better than average staff, the better than average para, who goes that extra mile and does amazing things for our children because they deserve the best. They need the best. And that's why you're here. And that's why you don't leave. We generally have a pretty stable staff.
Right.
They love it. They're passionate. They go home and sleep real good at the end of the day. Because as the lady was saying, the doctor was saying, I mean, you work mental exhaustion because you're figuring out ways that you can help. What's another way I can attack this? You wake up in the middle of the night, yeah, I can do this for Johnny instead of that, and I can go here and I can do that. So you're above average, and we're ever growing, and it's not okay to stop where you are. We always want to do better. I get so excited when we get the new people in because I'm learning new stuff from them, and we're gleaning from one another. So don't ever think that you can't learn or be offended when someone suggests something to you, because we're only there to help each other grow, okay? So that's just how we operate. We can always grow. We can always grow. All right, so opening day, make sure you have your welcome letters. The welcome letters, your team leader will get a copy of those. And make sure that it includes a real paper in the supply list. Remember, we incorporated that last year, just in case that shortage happens again, which it inevitably will, where we run out of paper, you got some backup. All right. Protocol, as we mentioned, you have any concerns, issues, see your partners, see your team leaders, see me. Let's work it out, and then we move on, okay? So, effective use of instructional time, we just want to hit on that. You have awesome, most of you have awesome pairs. Anybody that has a pair has an awesome pair.
Amen.
Their miss is what I'm saying. I don't think 4, 5, and 6 does. Make the best use ever. I tell them all the time, we should walk in your room and shouldn't even know who's the teacher, who's the parent. Shouldn't know. Some parents are connected with children at all, I would say 98% of the time. 98% of the time, you're working with small groups, you're working with individuals, even if that teacher is working doing a whole group lesson, you're connected with somebody, keeping them focused, you're walking, you're helping to make sure the learning is taking place. So oftentimes I have to kick Miss Shell out of the room. I mean, the woman's locked in to instruction. Miss Shell, go lunch. She's over there, surrounded by 3 or 4 kids, and they're working. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then